Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we will cover a very specific topic, and that is how to deal with response fields that are present in a response but which are not defined in the Pojo class. So for example, if I open Explore Booking API and if I make a post call, we have two fields here, right? We have booking ID and we have booking defined here. But what if I and these fields are basically then passed into the verify booking response class. When we say extract the response as a booking response class and then do something with it. So what if we do not have a field defined here? So let's say if we do not define booking ID, but we now know that booking ID is available in the response, would the verify booking response parsing still work or would it fail? Let's have a quick look. So it's already complaining. Why is it complaining? Yeah, so we have this method called has booking ID, which was doing something with the booking ID, but we never really use this method because we are asserting if the booking ID is present or not in the schema. So if we go inside the schema, this is where we specify that booking ID is mandatory. So we don't really need a method to assert the booking ID. So let's comment this method. And if I comment this method, let's run this test. It should fail in the verify booking response class where it is trying to parse this response, which includes booking ID into a Pojo class that do not include the booking ID. So for example, if we come here, it is saying that unrecognized property exception, unrecognized field, booking ID. And if I click on this arrow, this is the place where it is failing. So when it is trying to parse this response, which looks like the booking ID and the booking, then it is not able to parse it because it is an extra field and it does not know how to deserialize it. It's a very simple fix. The way you can fix this problem is if you go to the class, you have to say @ and JsonIgnore properties. We already have JSON available. And then if you give a bracket, it is telling you that these are all the options that are available here. And one of them is to ignore unknown fields. So if I say, and in fact, ignore unknown fields are by default kept as false. But now if I say ignore unknown fields as true, then we are saying ignore anything that is not known in this Pojo. Don't consider it for deserialization. And now if I run it again, it should be able to parse this. Now you might ask, if this works green, you might ask, what is the use case for it? So this is green. So a typical use case for this is, in all my past projects, because of the business complexity, there are some APIs that tries to consolidate outputs from different APIs to present it to, let's say, front-end application. And for those API endpoints, sometimes the response is huge because it is trying to maybe calculate all the information about the booking, about the customer address, maybe about the payment details. And if you're not interested in asserting all those information in your verify booking response class, then it makes little sense that you should specify all of them in your booking response class. A better way to assert for all those things in that huge response that you're getting back is in the schema file. In schema file, you can basically define that, hey, I expect payment, I expect address, I expect everything. It should be strings, it should be mandatory, it should be optional. And because you're not doing any assertions in terms of text values, there is no reason, why those should be a part of your Pojo class where you're trying to parse it. So that's it with adding JsonIgnore properties field, ignore unknown as true. You will only need to provide fields that you either need to do something with it or the fields that you are actually going to assert, as was the case in our verify booking response class, where we are only asserting the booking part and we are not interested in asserting the booking ID part, right? I can even delete it. So that's it. This was a quick video which shows how to deal with unknown properties and how to continue make your test work even when new fields are added in your API. So that's it. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.